Our generation is beyond down bad, and you may ask why.
Day in the life making thousands of dollars selling my Tata sweat. In bottles. All you need is bottles, sun, cha-chas, and sit out like a maple tree for hours.
Because we're funding this activity. I'm also calling cap on this because there's no way she's selling a bunch of vials without diluting them with water. Bath water makes sense because at least you have a bunch of water to collect from. You can easily make more. But collecting sweat? I mean, you can't collect like 30 vials of sweat in a day, right? Hannah, as a person with a bigger cleavage, can you actually collect that much sweat from your tits in one day?
How much is it a vial?
I don't know, like multiple vials. She's claiming she's making thousands of dollars a day. She's selling them for $500 a pop, meaning she's at least selling 3 vials a day, at least. So I'm assuming she might be collecting 6 to 10 vials a day.
I don't know. I guess it depends on your sweat glands. And also, is she sitting out in the sun?
Yeah, she's sunbathing all day.
First of all, that's so bad for your skin. Just kidding. I don't know. I do sweat a lot in the sun, but I can't imagine vials of sweat.
Yeah.
That's also because I haven't tried to collect the sweat, so I don't know.
I feel like I'm calling cap on this, unless she's diluting it. She's scamming it. Just like Amaranth is allegedly putting fart spray into those jars and not actually farting. But this person was the OG pioneer of it because she started the whole farting in a jar thing for selling it for money.
Now that I think about it, I think I could maybe, like one evening or one afternoon in the sun, could maybe be a vial of sweat.
Okay, apparently that's $500 right there, Hannah.
No comment.
But why is this a thing? I ask myself every time I see someone in our generation capitalizing on the degeneracy of our generation for profit. And by generation, I'm saying the millennials and Gen Z, because I kind of identify with both of you guys, because your boy's a cusper, as I'm born in 97. And I feel like it's safe to say that both of our generations deserve a timeout. We need to reevaluate why we are funding this activity.
Too much sitting inside, need to touch grass.
No, but we have been funding way too much degeneracy recently. We have this, and then we have like God knows how many dog coins that are worth like 8 to 9 figure valuations. I mean, come on, guys. You know, none of the boomers are buying the dog coins. That is all out of our generation. So we really need to sit back and figure out why we're working so hard to buy garbage.
True. You should drop a Gary coin.
No. And then, of course, we have whoever's funding this woman by purchasing her boob sweat. But sadly, that's not the only thing people have been buying for her because it gets so much worse.
Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you a day in the life of a girl who sells her farts in a jar. So I like
the cutesy music in the background.
With some beans, a protein muffin, sometimes even a yogurt, less sugar is better, some hard-boiled eggs, and today I just protein shake with some yogurt.
Hard-boiled eggs.
Oh, I was feeling it for sure. While I wait for those farts to develop, I like to read. I'm very smart, love to read. And then after I'm ready to go, I go ahead and, you know, do my work, do my job. I don't need to show you that, guys, but I like to add in little flower petals. I feel like they attach the scent and make it last longer. And when I'm finally finished with my jar, I like to leave a personalized note. I want to thank you so much to the 97 people who've already purchased their jar of farts. And as you know, they're on sale right now, 50% off with $1,000. So go to my Unfiltered and check it.
97 people have bought a $1,000 fart jar. She's made $97,000 as of the recording of this video selling farts. Does it surprise me anymore? No. Am I at a loss for words? Yes. Why is this being funded? Whoever's doing this is beyond down bad. This is a new level of being down bad. But she did retire from selling farts, or well, she was hospitalized because apparently optimizing your diet for farting rather than nutrition is a bad idea. I did find an article with this headline, TV star hospitalized after trying to fart too much. I thought I was experiencing a heart attack. Let's be real, it was probably gas. She was probably insanely bloated because of that diet. And the only way I can make this educated guess is because my grandmother of all people panicked the entire family because she thought she was having a heart attack. So we all rushed to the hospital, and when she got to the hospital, they found out it was just gas. So bless her soul.
You call that a fart attack? Okay.
No. The article goes on to say, this is like a quote from her. I thought I was having a stroke and these were my final moments. I was overdoing it. She was quoted as saying by the Lied Bible, to keep up with the demand, Stephanie had switched to a high fiber diet of beans, eggs, and protein shakes. The 31-year-old said she had consumed 3 protein shakes and a huge bowl of black bean soup the day she was rushed to the hospital, all in an attempt to fart more.
Imagine having to explain that to the doctor on call.
I sell my farts professionally.
Well, not only that, but just saying, like, I ate all of this because I'm trying to
Fart.
Yeah.
I mean, it beats the guy who was eating like what, like 100 of those like vitamin gummy bears a day and was rushed to the hospital because of that. That also happened.
That would be me. Those shits be slapping so hard. Every time I have my gummy vitamin, I'm like, I could just eat this whole bottle.
But if you thought the degeneracy ended here, I'm sorry, you're incredibly wrong. Fart jars are going digital. Today at 3 p.m., be one of the lucky people to purchase a digital fart jar NFT and own a piece of a viral worldwide history. Some jars come with redeemable physical jars and other fun collectibles. Begin today, January 3rd at 3 p.m. fartjarsnft.com. The worst part of all of this is she actually made money from selling fart jar NFTs. The website is down from what I can tell, but from going to her Ether address, I found out that she made roughly 2.5 Ether from this. And at the time, that was probably a good $7,000 off of selling digital fart jars. Are we done funding this activity? I don't think so. I feel like our generation is just in one of those like death spirals of funding more and more degeneracy as time goes on. At least we'll be here to cover it, boys. Everything inside me still wants to ask, why? I guess I can kind of maybe get the fart jars in combination with the sweat vials, because if you're like one of those awkward dudes who like going to strip clubs, but you're too socially awkward to actually go to the strip club and you just want to bring some of that strip club must home, makes sense to buy it, I guess, maybe.
Maybe they're making a potion.
Maybe they're just stealing her DNA. Start leaving a bunch of her sweat at scenes. But then the digital fart jars, that just doesn't make sense whatsoever. Like, are you guys okay? Isn't it just beautiful to think about the people at home buying a digital fart jar has the same amount of power when it comes to deciding an election as you? God bless America.
Oh yeah, do the farts and the sweat vials, do they ship internationally? That's a great question.
I don't know. I feel like it's definitely an American buyer pool. Land of the free, home of the degeneracy. Let's go. But what did this TikTok girl do when she had to retire from selling farts? Well, we kind of covered it earlier. She pivoted into selling vials of her cleavage sweat. When people thought they saw the last of me when I retired from selling fart jars, but now I'm back with $500 sweat jars.
Slightly based.
POV, my boyfriend is breaking up with me, but I have to fulfill 50 Tata sweat jar orders by this weekend. She made 25 large off of selling titty sweat.
Married to the game, I guess.
Honestly, incredible. If those are real numbers, bravo to her. Well done. I guess it's safe to say that money will always find a way into the pockets of people who handle it better. If you're spending $1,000 on some fart jars and $500 on some vial of titty sweat, clearly you're not the best at managing your money, or you just have way too much money to handle. But the internet definitely made and ruined a generation or multiple generations at the same time. And it's truly interesting to spectate whatever happens in this cesspool, but hey, at least we're connected so we can spectate the cesspool together.